Think, aurora borealis, or the northern lights, is a natural light display in the Earth's sky, predominantly seen in high-latitude regions near the Arctic and Antarctic. It occurs when charged particles from the Sun interact with Earth's magnetic field and atmosphere, resulting in a complex plasma phenomenon. The key points to consider for structural connections are: 1. Information loss. In plasma physics, information about the initial state of particles can be lost as they interact and exchange energy. This is analogous to how information might degrade over time or through transmission. 2. Spectral analysis. Aurorae produce characteristic spectral lines due to the emission of light at specific wavelengths by excited atoms in the atmosphere. Spectral analysis techniques are used to study these emissions. 3. Consensus geometry. The structure and behavior of plasma in the aurora can be modeled using geometric principles, similar to how consensus geometry is used in data clustering or network analysis. Consensus geometry deals with the alignment of vectors over a domain. 4. Void detection. In the context of plasma physics, voids might refer to regions of lower density within the plasma, which could have specific properties due to local magnetic field structures and charged particle dynamics. Think. Well, let's see here. One interesting structural connection is between spectral analysis techniques for aurora borealis. The plasma in an aurora can be studied by using Fourier transforms and other spectral methods that look for frequencies associated with specific particles. This isn't too different from spectral methods I use to examine the behavior of information loss in various systems. Next, we could consider the idea of consensus geometry. We don't normally think about magnetic fields and charged particle streams as fitting into a geometric model for the purpose of reaching agreement. But if you look at some of the models used to predict aurora patterns, you'll see that they do rely on the convergence of vector fields. The same principles I use for aligning vectors could be applied, in a more literal sense, to align magnetic vectors over a domain. As for voids detection, this is more of an analogy. In plasma physics, we look at voids as regions of low particle density. These can form interesting structures due to the magnetic forces. My work usually deals with missing information or gaps that could be interpreted in some ways as voids. While I don't do the same kind of spatial modeling, I think there might be an opportunity for a more complex analogy here. Finally, information loss in plasma physics is not too different from information lost due to errors or degradation in my domain. The interaction between charged particles and magnetic fields can cause certain information about those particles' initial states to become lost over time, similar to how data degrades over transmission lines or when stored for long periods. It appears that the topic of aurora borealis plasma physics could be linked into my work on several levels. Both are dealing with loss, the detection and analysis of voids and patterns in a spectral sense.